Section 40 consent grant in the present case could not be relied upon following the coming into effect of the Planning and Development and Strategic Infrastructure Act of 2006, and so does not invalidate ongoing works on foot of the Section 40 consent previously granted. In relation to the works carried out at the terminal and the landfall generally, as well as in the Rossport area, same have been carried out in conformity with the Section 40 consent previously issued. The Board had previously made a finding of development that was not exempt in relation to the access at Glengad, and an application for the retention of same as far as the bay has been made and granted by Mayo County Council, and the Board on appeal the remains of the wayleaf have been fully removed. The development is sustainable in that while it facilitates the importation of a significant gas field into the natural gas network, and the use of same as a source of energy, gas is a clean and naturally occurring source of energy, accordingly and quite clearly, the use of the gas does not, and its use by a future generation, such an energy source can only be used by one generation. Furthermore, the emissions from same are the same as the emissions from the current consumption of imported gas, while being cleaner than other fossil fuels which can be used for energy consumption such as heating and domestic use, and such as home heating oil or diesel. The QRA in the present case has been carried out in full compliance with the highest industry standards. The QRA was not restricted owing to third-party interference, and considered all potential failure modes and other factors were indeed listed under different scenarios, including construction defects of material failure and corrosion, as well as other factors generally. Now, where risks were assessed and identified as being infinitesimally small, they were not listed. The same does not amount to ignoring same or not assessing same. It must be noted that the quantified risk analysis is a model in two to ensure that the risks to the proposed pipeline compare favourably with either codes or other pipelines, including such assessments which requires to be done with suitable risk criteria. The QRA forms only a part of the safety assessment of the pipeline, and in its entirety is compliant with all codes and standards, has informed the design of the pipeline and the choice of its location. The current proposal has been designed to be a minimum of 140 metres from any existing occupied dwelling. As outlined in section 3416 of item 1 of the EIS, the current proposal includes provisions for the removal from use of the duration of use for the pipeline of two houses currently unoccupied, one for the past 3 years, the second which is semi-derelict and has been unoccupied for 20 years. As outlined during the hearing, the guidelines which direct extrapolation to pressures of 100 bar provide for a safety distance of 3 metres from occupied dwellings. Clearly, in relation to Mr. and Mrs. Corduff, they are and were fully aware of the proposed pipeline route, including the withdrawal of the 2008 application at the time of lodging their application for the derelict dwelling. And the presence of the proposed pipeline on the adjoining property has not operated and will not operate to restrict or hinder that planning application or the use of the property thereafter. Different views were asserted at the hearing in relation to the amount of public consultation.